Hello everyone, Runner85 here, bringing you my build for the 7-star Ground Tera Garchomp raid. So we're going to be using our trusty partner Sinistcha. Now Sinistcha is a DLC mon, so if you didn't get the DLC, getting Sinistcha will be a little bit more challenging, but you can get Sinistcha in online raids. You can get Sinistcha from anyone, even if you don't buy this DLC. So Sinistcha's been around since the Teal Mask. It's a very good Pokemon. It's a Grass Ghost typing, which means it resists Earthquake from Garchomp, which it's going to use a lot. And then we're going to use Grass Tera type to really hit hard with those Grass type moves. And we're going to use the Big Root here, which is an item we rarely, I don't think I've ever used on these builds. And that boosts the amount of HP you get when you use an HP stealing move. So moves like Matcha Gotcha, which we're going to use, or Giga Drain, it's going to boost and give us even more healing back. We don't need a Shell Bell here because the move we use actually gives us health back. So we're going to use a Big Root instead here. Now let's look at our stats first. So we are best IVs in everything except attack. You can ignore the attack stat because Sinistcha is a special attacker. The ability here, neither of Sinistcha's moves, neither of Sinistcha's abilities are actually helpful here. So I chose Heatproof because that what was on this one, but it really doesn't matter in this case. And you can see we are modest, which means we have a rise in special attack and a decline in attack. And then for our IV or our EVs, we have 252 in special attack. That's to give us the most amount of attacking damage we can. And then 252 in defense, because Garchomp is a physical attacker, so we want to have that boost in defense. And then I threw the other 4 into HP, because that was the best place to put it, really. And then looking at our moves here, we have 2 grass moves, which we're going to use quite regularly throughout this build. We've got Matcha Gotcha. Actually, let's go into those so you can see them. Here we go. So we got Matcha Gotcha, and this is a grass move that saps energy, so it gives you some health back after you use it. And so as you can see here, it has only an accuracy of 90, so 1 out of 10 times you will miss. So keep that in mind. That can be annoying. But Matcha Gotcha not only steals health, it also has a chance to burn the target, which burning a physical attacker reduces your attack stat in half. So we want to burn Garchomp. That is our goal. So we have Matcha Gotcha here. Our goal is use Matcha Gotcha till we get a burn, and then switch to Giga Drain. And as you can see, Giga Drain isn't quite as powerful, but it has 100% accuracy. It is always going to work. So use Giga Drain whenever possible. So make sure you PP up the Giga Drain so you have max number of availability there. And so once again, we are going to use Matcha Gotcha until we burn Garchomp. Then we use Giga Drain to heal ourselves up and attack with. Then our last 2 moves, we have Reflect here. This will have the physical damage for 5 turns. And since Garchomp's only going to use physical moves, Reflect works perfectly there. And then we have Nasty Plot. This raises our special attack by 2 stages. So if we use it 3 times, we will boost ourselves up to full special attack. So the plan of attack here for this is going to be, we're going to go in, and depends on our partner Pokemon. Garchomp is going to use Earthquake a lot. So if you have Arboliva that sets grassy terrain, you're not going to take a lot of damage because grassy terrain halves the damage of Earthquake. If you have some intimidators on your field, like Arcanine or Tauros, which intimidate Garchomp, you're not going to get you're not going to get hurt as bad, right, from Garchomp because it gets intimidated. So it kind of depends who your partners are. But you're going to go in and you're going to want a Nasty Plot right away. You want to get your special attack up because your stats don't get reset till Garchomp's health is at 60%, which is when the shield is broken. So you can Nasty Plot early and really hit hard before you get your stats reset, which is helpful. So we're going to Nasty Plot 3 times to get to +6, and then we're going to Matcha Gotcha. Now, you might Nasty Plot twice and your health is kind of low, so then you're going to want to use Matcha Gotcha or Giga Drain to heal back up so you don't get knocked out. So you just kind of have to gauge it based on how you're doing in the raid. It doesn't work every time. I did this about 6 times, and 3 of the times I made it to the end. 3 of the times I missed my Matcha Gotchas when I needed them. Garchomp got a crit when it hurt me the most, etc. So like it's not always going to work 100% of the time. We're not using accurate moves here, so things don't always work out to your favor. But just, run from the battle and start again. You'll get it. So once we get Garchomp's going to put up his shield pretty early in the raid after like the second or third move. And once we've nasty plotted and used 3 attacks, then we can Tera. Now, the downside of Terraing is you're now super vulnerable to Poison Jab, and you are likely to get knocked out. But hopefully you've already broken the shield by that point. And so kind of gauge when you need to Tera, because Garchomp will keep hitting you with Earthquake until you Tera. Once you Tera Grass, it decides to go, oh, I can use a poison move on you. So just kind of keep that in mind as you're battling. Sometimes, even though I could Tera, I didn't, because I didn't want to get knocked out from Poison Jab. So just kind of keep that in mind. I waited till I got really close to breaking the shield, and then I Tera'd. Once the shield is broken, you may have 1 or 2 more moves before your stats get reset and Garchomp resets its stats. And remember here, we're Matcha Gotching until we burn Garchomp, then we switch to Giga Drain. And that same process happens again. Now you may get knocked out at that point, and so you're going to come back in, but if the shield is broken and you come back in, you're going to be able to still win this battle. So then you're going to Matcha Gotcha till you burn, and then you're going to nasty plot at least once to get your attack up to really hit hard, and then you just kind of go to town for the end. So that's the process. It's not super perfect, but Garchomp has a lot of moves that kind of counter all the different types of Pokemon you could bring. So Sinistcha works pretty well here. So, alrighty. Well, I hope you enjoy this build. Let me know in the comments below, how did it work for you? And if you like these videos and you want me to keep bringing you these builds, leave a like or subscribe to the channel. Thanks, everyone. Happy battling. Alrighty, let's use our Sinistcha build on this 7-star Ground Tera Garchomp raid. So as a reminder, Garchomp here is going to set up his shield pretty quickly. And so we're going to actually nasty plot right away to get our special attack boost up. Our stats don't get reset until Garchomp's health is at 60%, so after the shield is broken. So we want to get our health boosted up, or our attack boosted up, so that our Matcha Gotchas hit pretty hard. So let's see. Ooh, we got 2 Intimidators. That's actually super helpful. Valley Bolt is going to go down very quickly here. But these Intimidators help. So having Intimidators, having Arboliva to set grassy terrain will be really good. Garchomp does have Poison Jab, so that's bad for us. And after we've done a few nasty plots, we may need to use Matcha Gotcha or Giga Drain to heal back up. But given that Garchomp has been intimidated twice, I'm not super worried here. We're going to use Matcha Gotcha to try to burn Garchomp, but we're going to kind of wait for Garchomp to reset its stats so that the burn goes for a long time. Because it resets its stats like 3 or 4 turns into this battle, so... So you can see we're taking these Earthquakes pretty good. We resist them because of our grass typing and the fact that Garchomp is intimidated twice, so that helps. In fact, let me just double check. It's intimidated 3 times because the Arcanine came back in. So that's actually super helpful throughout the battle. Every time Arcanine gets knocked out, it's going to intimidate again. So it's doing no damage to us, which is great. All right, we're at full special attack now. So now we can start attacking. And I'm going to go ahead and Matcha Gotcha. Matcha Gotcha is not 100% either, so it can miss. So just keep that in mind. Has certainly hurt me in my practice runs. Okay, I thought it missed there for a second. All right, we're doing pretty good damage here. We're not Tera'd yet, but this is going to heal us up quite a bit thanks to that Big Root item we have. All right, Matcha Gotcha again. We're trying to burn Garchomp here because that will have the attack stat automatically. There goes our Matcha Gotcha. Yes, there's the burn. We got it, finally. Here comes the Earthquake. We're moving first, which is interesting. Look at how little damage that's doing because of the burn. All right, we're going to Giga Drain now. Okay, I should have Matcha Gotcha. The burn's about to go away because of that, but that's okay. This is still not going to be bad. Oh, it does a little more than we want. This Giga Drain's going to do good for us, though. Should heal us right back up. There we go. And now I'm going to set Reflect before it Sword Stance. Ah, there's the Sword Stance. But it's going to get intimidated right away, so it shouldn't matter too much. So we should check it should be at +1, right? Yep. Okay, good. So I'm going to Reflect anyway, just to even save us more here. And then I'm going to Matcha Gotcha, and it looks like Arcanine just burned the Garchomp with Flamethrower. Let's see what happens here. I think so. Yep. Sweet. Right, I'm going to Tera here and Giga Drain now. We're at +6 special attack. Tera Grass, Giga Drain. Now, do remember here that Garchomp learns Poison Jab, so we are going to get knocked out at one point. But the goal here is to get rid of the shield. Once the shield is down, you can take down Garchomp without tearing your Sinistcha. So it's going to do no damage to us. It's burned. Yep. Sweet. Here's a +6 Grass Tera Giga Drain. Ooh, so much damage. That is full health restored. Alrighty, go ahead and Giga Drain again. We still have that Reflect up as well. It's going to knock out the shield for sure. Sweet. Garchomp may reset our stats, which, yep, there we go. It also nullifies our ability, but we don't have an ability that matters. Here's that Poison Jab I was worried about, but we're doing okay here, which is good. I'm going to quickly... Oh, there it goes again. Sword Dancing. So we no longer have +6 attack, but this is still going to do a ton of damage. Okay, not that much, actually. But it keeps us healthy. That's all that matters. It's going to reset its stats at one point here. I'm going to go ahead and Nasty Plot. Try to get our stats back. There's that Poison Jab again. Okay, it's doing about a 5th or so. Alrighty, and Giga Drain again. Reason I'm choosing Giga Drain here, Matcha Gotcha isn't 100%. So I don't want to risk missing, and Garchomp's already burned. So I only need to Matcha Gotcha if Garchomp is not burned. There goes the burn now. Now I want to Matcha Gotcha. This Poison Jab's going to hurt. You can see it's doing a lot of damage now. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to get knocked out here. And that's okay. Yep. That's okay. We come back in and now we resist, or not resist, we just don't take super effective damage from it. It is super effective, I should say. It just doesn't hurt as much. We still have plenty of time, and these Intimidates that it's getting are going to help a ton. Right, I'm going to come in here. I'm going to immediately Matcha Gotcha. Hope we get a burn. And it's going to Earthquake again. It's not going to use Poison Jab on us, so we can take those. Doing no damage. And we hit our Matcha Gotcha. Thank you so much. That's doing pretty good damage for where we were before. There's the burn. Beautiful. Okay, now I can Nasty Plot. This is all a game of kind of conditional. If it's not burned, use Matcha Gotcha. If it is burned, use Giga Drain. And we're taking like no damage there. I think we took like less than 20 HP. And there's a Poison Jab. You'll see this doesn't do... Well, it's burned, of course. Go ahead and Reflect. Or not Reflect. Giga Drain here. Ooh, that's good. Yeah, that'll do it. That should do it. An Earthquake. Sure. It's going to do no damage to us. Poison Jab. Sure. That did nothing. Alrighty. Go ahead and Giga Drain again. Oh, beautiful. We're staying ahead of the timer. That's kind of how I always like to judge these raids. Having two Intimidators definitely helped us here. You may have to kind of get into a raid, get out of a raid to find the best thing. Liquidation, that is not going to do it there, buddy. Alrighty. Go ahead and Giga Drain again. Alright, one more and we got this. So this took a little while longer than I probably would like. But it works. If you found another build that works for you, let me know in the comments below. I would love to try out different builds. Ooh, no, I don't want to cheer. I just want to Giga Drain. And there we go. Got it. Alrighty, what Pokeball do I want to use for Garchomp here? I did not think this far ahead for today. Let's find out here. Honestly, not gonna lie, I want to put it in a Beast Ball. It feels the most appropriate for Garchomp, given Garchomp's prominence early on in Regulation A and B. And even C, it was pretty prominent. Alrighty, let's see what rewards we got. Alrighty, got some Carbos, some Nobility Patch, nice. Ooh, some candies, I need those. Prep my Pokemon for Portland. Alrighty, well if you made it all the way to the end of this video, thank you so much. If you like these build videos, I'd appreciate if you left a like or subscribe to the channel. And leave a comment down below telling me what build did you use. Thanks so much, everybody. Happy battling.